the time it takes for your morning coffee to brew, for the sun to climb just slightly higher in the sky, for your favorite song to play twice. Yet science suggests that those same 10 minutes, if spent doing simple bodyweight movements, can begin to rebuild strength, restore mobility, and even reverse years of decline. It sounds too simple, too ordinary to be true. But the truth is that in the quiet rhythm of 10 mindful minutes a day, the human body holds the power to change more profoundly than most people ever realize. For many seniors, the idea of exercise can feel distant, something left to younger years, to gyms filled with loud music and heavy weights. But there's a movement growing quietly across the world, and it's not about lifting dumbbells or running marathons. It's about rediscovering something ancient, something every human once knew instinctively: how to move your own body. This is calisthenics, the art of using gravity, breath, and time to reshape what's possible. Let's begin with a truth most people overlook. After the age of 30, adults can lose up to 5% of their muscle mass every decade, a process called sarcopenia. By 70, that decline can double. Yet studies from universities like Harvard and Tokyo show that even short bursts, 10 minutes of daily movement, can halt, and in some cases, reverse this loss. Not through machines or supplements, but through natural resistance, your body itself. In one remarkable study, seniors who practiced short bouts of bodyweight exercises, like squats, wall push-ups, and gentle planks, showed not only stronger muscles, but sharper minds and steadier balance. The researchers called it a neuromuscular awakening, as if the body, long dormant, remembered what it was built to do. To understand why this works, we have to look at what calisthenics really is. It's not just movement, it's connection. The Greek word kalos means beautiful strength. In the ancient world, calisthenics wasn't about showing off. It was about harmony between body and spirit. Soldiers, artists, dancers all trained their bodies to move with grace and control. For seniors today, that philosophy has never been more powerful. The first transformation begins with posture. Over time, as we sit more and move less, the spine compresses, the shoulders round, and the chest tightens. But even a few minutes a day of calisthenic stretching and mobility, arm circles, hip rotations, gentle leg lifts, can awaken forgotten muscles that support alignment. It's like oiling a creaky door hinge. Each small motion opens a little more freedom. A woman named Evelyn, aged 74, once described it beautifully. After 3 months of daily calisthenics, she said, "I don't just walk taller. I feel like my body remembers me." That phrase captures the essence of this practice. The body remembers. Then there's the heart. We often think of calisthenics as slow or simple, but in truth, it can be one of the most efficient ways to condition the cardiovascular system, especially for older adults. When you move continuously for 10 minutes, standing, bending, pushing, pulling, you create a rhythm, a gentle stress that tells your heart, "Stay strong." Studies show that even short sessions like this can lower blood pressure, increase oxygen flow, and improve endurance faster than traditional walking alone. The secret is consistency. 10 minutes every day may seem small, but it compounds, like interest in a bank account. Muscles grow stronger, joints become more fluid, and energy levels rise. After a few weeks, something subtle happens. You don't just move better, you live better. Getting out of bed, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, all become smoother, lighter. The second transformation lies in balance and coordination. For many seniors, Losing balance feels like losing freedom. But calisthenics directly retrains the body's internal stabilizers. Exercises like standing on one leg, slow squats, or modified push-ups don't just build muscle. They rewire the brain's communication with the muscles. Neurologists call this process neuroplasticity, the brain adapting to new challenges. And in this case, movement becomes medicine. In Japan, researchers observed that older adults who practice simple calisthenic routines daily, known as Ragyo Taiso, had far lower fall rates and maintained independence longer than those who didn't. The entire program lasted less than 10 minutes each morning, often done in parks to music broadcast over local radio. It wasn't about intensity, it was about ritual. The habit itself became a form of healing. The third transformation touches something deeper: confidence. After a lifetime of motion, many people begin to fear it. They worry about falling, about pain, about their limits. But calisthenics slowly reshapes that story. Every repetition, every stretch, every deep breath reminds the body of its resilience. A senior named Thomas, 81, once said after 2 months of consistent practice, "I started standing in front of the mirror again. Not to check my wrinkles, but to see if I could touch my toes." He could. There's also a remarkable connection between calisthenics and brain health. Movement increases blood flow to the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. Even short routines can trigger the release of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, often called fertilizer for the mind. In one study, older adults who performed 10 minutes of rhythmic exercise daily showed improved recall and focus, comparable to those who practiced meditation. This connection between body and brain forms the fourth transformation: mental clarity. As your muscles engage, your breathing deepens, your focus sharpens. Each controlled motion becomes a meditation in itself. And unlike gym workouts that isolate muscles, calisthenics unites them. The whole body works as one. The result is a sense of presence, of being alive inside your body again. Then comes the fifth transformation: metabolism. With age, metabolism naturally slows, making it easier to gain fat and harder to lose it. But calisthenics stimulates multiple muscle groups at once, igniting what scientists call the afterburn effect. For hours after training, your body continues burning calories, repairing tissues, and balancing hormones. It's not about vanity, it's about vitality. And it's not just what changes on the outside. Deep within, the mitochondria, tiny powerhouses inside cells, begin to multiply, improving energy at a cellular level. Many seniors who start calisthenics report sleeping better, digesting better, and even feeling warmer, as if their internal engine has restarted after years of dormancy. The sixth transformation happens invisibly, inside the joints and connective tissues. Unlike high-impact sports, calisthenics uses natural, fluid motion that strengthens the muscles around joints, not just the joints themselves. This support reduces pain and stiffness. Over time, range of motion improves, circulation increases, and that familiar morning stiffness begins to fade. Imagine your body as a musical instrument being tuned. Each movement brings harmony back. But perhaps the most profound transformation is emotional. Movement changes mood. The act of pushing, stretching, and breathing deeply releases endorphins, natural chemicals that calm the mind and lift the spirit. For seniors, this can be life-changing. It turns exercise from a chore into a source of joy. 10 minutes of movement can brighten an entire day. There's a quiet power in that daily ritual. You don't need a gym, a trainer, or fancy equipment. You just need yourself and the willingness to begin. The best routines are simple: gentle squats, wall push-ups, seated leg raises, arm circles, and slow stretches. Done consistently, these create the foundation for strength and balance that can carry you through every season of life. And that brings us to the seventh transformation: identity. Many people grow up thinking exercise is for the young, that strength fades inevitably with age. But calisthenics rewrites that narrative. It shows that strength isn't about age, it's about adaptation. It's about rediscovering control over your body, one small movement at a time. Around the world, from European parks to Asian temples to small-town community centers, older adults are quietly proving this truth. A 68-year-old man in South Korea performs daily squats before sunrise, calling it his morning prayer. In Sweden, a group of retirees gathers in the forest each day to practice slow push-ups and stretches, laughing together in the cold air. In California, seniors meet at the beach at dawn to do modified planks and leg lifts on the sand. None of them are trying to look young. They're trying to feel alive. This is the hidden secret of calisthenics. It's not a workout. It's a dialogue with your body. It asks for patience, not perfection. It rewards consistency, not intensity. And it reminds you that transformation is not measured in inches or pounds, but in moments. When you realize you can climb the stairs without holding the rail, when your posture feels effortless, when your energy carries you through the day with ease. Science supports what these people already know intuitively. Researchers at the University of Sydney found that seniors who performed daily calisthenic movements improved muscular endurance by over 40% in 3 months. Another study from Finland showed that those who exercised for just 10 minutes a day had 30% lower mortality rates than inactive peers. 10 minutes, a fragment of the day, yet it echoes across a lifetime. So, can 10 minutes of calisthenics really change your body? The answer is yes, but not just your body. It changes your mind, your rhythm, your relationship with time. It transforms 10 minutes from a passing moment into a sacred ritual, a small daily act of rebellion against decline. Picture this: the sun rising, soft light spilling across the floor. You stand, roll your shoulders, take a deep breath, and begin to move. Slowly at first, stretching, bending, finding your balance. Your heart begins to beat a little faster, your breath deepens, warmth spreads through your limbs. The world grows quiet, and for those 10 minutes, nothing else matters. You are present, you are alive, you are strong. And when you finish, something subtle lingers. Not exhaustion, but clarity. Not fatigue, but pride. The kind of quiet pride that comes from knowing you showed up for yourself. 10 minutes, every day. Over time, it becomes more than exercise. It becomes identity. A reminder that aging is not the end of growth. It's the beginning of mastery. In the end, calisthenics is not about sculpting the perfect body or chasing youth. It's about remembering that the body you have is still capable of remarkable things. That within your muscles, your bones, and your breath lies an ancient intelligence. A design for movement that never truly disappears. It waits, patient, beneath the surface, ready to awaken with just 10 minutes of your time. So tomorrow, when the morning light finds you, give yourself those minutes. Move with grace, breathe deeply, and let each repetition remind you of who you are. Not someone slowing down, but someone still evolving. Because strength, real strength, isn't measured by how much you can lift, but by how deeply you can live. 10 minutes, that's all it takes to begin. And sometimes, beginning is the greatest transformation of all.